Yeah, let's just do this.
All right, we're getting ready to go ahead and extract. I want to make a point and to emphasize something. These are very, very thick, lush carpets. And when you use an extractor on thick, lush carpets, I'll show you a brief example here. They're going to be kind of darkish in spots, and that's the streak I didn't rake right. They're going to look a little bit darkish in spots, and that's because they retain the water a little bit more than regular carpets do. And so these carpets will look a little bit streaky when we get done.
When they dry up, they're going to look real nice.
Yeah, they'll dry, but they will, even after raking them, they're not going to be perfectly even looking. It's going to look streaky. You're going to see passes, and the prints from the machine are going to stand out, and you can't really rake them out 100%, but when it dries, they go away. But
here we go.
Yep.
car to the other side of the room. Hey, someone asked us on one of our videos if some guy that operates a truck vac cleaner, he asked us if we have issues where when we get done, if the carpets get extra wet and we feel like we didn't leave the carpets dry enough. No. Our machine, I don't know what the deal is about the Rug Doctor reputation around people talking about it, but Our carpets dry in about 6 hours, and no matter how much water we put in them, they seem to dry fast. So we don't have an issue with carpets drying because of using a Rug Doctor. That's why we've been using one for years.
Well, you're only pulling water that you shoot down. You're only having to pull it up a little over a foot to get it into the bucket. So you don't need tons and tons and tons of vacuum power to pull water just that distance.
Well, you got to remember too, a lot of machines, they'll start right here and they'll push it forward, and they'll push it forward, and they get to the wall, and they haven't done no vacuuming yet, but they're putting water down to run a brush all the time, and when they come back, they're vacuuming as they go back. But if they start right here, and it takes them 8 seconds to get there, okay, there's no vacuuming, so that means by the time they get here another 8 seconds, they've had water in this part of the carpet for 16 seconds.
Yeah.
And in this part of the carpet, the water is in the carpet for a second, but it's 2 seconds, 3 seconds.
Even people using a carpet wand, they're generally making a forward stroke with water on, and then as they make the back stroke, well, if you say you started and you went from that outlet there to the corner, if you put water down the whole time and then you start pulling back, well, you're going to get that water for sure. But the further back you go, the more the carpet soaked up the water.
This area would have the water unvacuumed for a long period.
Yeah.
So with our method,
that's why a lot of guys with wands, you see them, they go back after making a few cleaning passes, they go back and make dry strokes only, trying to suck up as much extra water as they can.
And
because that water, if it sits in there for more than a few seconds, it starts to sink down deeper. You're not going to get it out.
The way the Rug Doctor does, you go backwards only. As you're putting the water down, you're brushing the water and you're vacuuming up. The water's only on the carpet. It's only on the carpet for about 1.5 seconds.
Yeah.
You can't really. I mean, you can do 2 or 3 or 4 hard passes, and you're not going to.
Well, we've shown in other videos if you have your handle set all the way up to the highest position because you're tall.
Like this.
Yeah, but that's a transport position.
Your machine will pivot, and it'll actually bring the vacuum chute up.
Yeah.
So if you put the handle down like this, when you pull backwards, you're actually pushing down on the. Ironically, you're pushing down on the front. The vacuum stays pinned to the carpet.
Yeah, you adjust the handle until you feel pressure at the front of the machine, but you don't want to go so low that you're lifting the wheels off the ground at all. Keep the wheels on the ground, but make sure it's like a fulcrum.
Yeah.
And so it directs the force you're pulling backwards with, it directs the force into the front and pushes the nozzle into the carpet. And when you press that into the carpet, you're getting maximum suction.
But
that's what you want.
You people, especially I guess the truck mount people that ask us questions, we don't leave wet carpets. I mean, they dry in about 6 hours, even in the wintertime, in a cold winter.
Yeah.
So it's not an issue. And
this could be dry in about 3 hours because it's pretty hot and dry today. But
watch some of our videos. We've done extremely dirty carpets, and they're drying 6, 7 hours at the most. They don't take all night to dry.
Another thing, while you're cleaning, like this carpet, because it's so thick, it looks terrible because of all our footprints and everything in it. And you can't help but make prints when you're cleaning. That's why it's so vitally important that you rake the carpets when you're done, so that you get a more even appearance and it helps them dry better.
And another thing, people say, why don't you guys take your shoes off and you clean? Listen, I'm not stepping on someone's needle or crack pipe. I mean, I don't know what's in these carpets. I'm not about to take my shoes off and clean the carpet. That's crazy.
Yeah, a lot of people like to be barefoot. In your own house, you can do that.
Yeah, at home, do that.
You don't know what's in these carpets. These are, sometimes you have a lot of drugs and other activities in here, and you do not want to.
If you want to clean your own carpets barefoot, that's cool.
Yeah.
But if I come to your house, I'm wearing
If you're in a rental
shoes.
property, I recommend you wear some good shoes to protect your feet because you don't want to get hepatitis or anything else by walking on these carpets. And also, it's kind of, having barefoot in your own house is one thing, but you don't want to be. It's like in the locker room at the gym or the shower. You're going to get athlete's foot and stuff from walking around with other people.
If you've got your feet uncovered with shoes and you step on a needle, you may have just got HIV. All because you didn't want to walk on a carpet with shoes. It's crazy.
Yeah. So.
But remember that these guys that have these machines that they clean forwards and backwards, they don't vacuum forwards. They vacuum backwards. So when they're going like this, if it takes them 10 seconds to get here, by the time they come back here, the water's been in the carpet for 20 seconds soaking into the pad.
With the Rug Doctor,
ours don't do that.
With the Rug Doctor, when you go backwards pushing the button, you're making the cleaning pass and the suction pass, the whole thing. You can go back and make another pass if you choose to, but it's not necessary. With other machines, you're driving forward, putting down the spray, and then you have to go backward to suck everything up. But the problem is some of the water's in the carpet longer than in other parts, so it's an uneven thing.
It dries unevenly. It's not the way we want to do it.
So a lot of people brag a machine cleans in both directions, but they really don't fully clean in both directions.
They clean in reverse.
They put down in a forward direction, and the brush scrubs in a forward direction, but the spray jets are generally behind the brush, further back towards the operator, so the brush is not scrubbing the pre-spray into the carpet as you're going forward. The only time that the brush is scrubbing pre-spray into the carpet is when you make the backward pass. So it's essentially, basically, you're having to make a forward and a backward pass to have a complete cleaning pass. With the Rug Doctor, you only need to go backwards. and you made your cleaning
And
pass,
if
you're
you've got a
done.
machine where the brush stays on all the time, whether you got the button push for spray or not, you're tearing your carpets
Yeah,
up with
you
those
wanna-
things. You-
That's
our-
kind of bad to have the brush constantly
Our brush,
turning because you can tear your
only
carpets
comes
up.
on when you're injecting water, but some of them the brush runs the whole time, so you're just running over the carpet. I've watched these people do 8 or 10 passes, and they're just tearing their carpets up with those thick brushes. So anyway, we'll go back to the cleaning.
Yeah, hold on, I want to see something in here. Yeah, there's one last streak. Real quick, because I kind of can't stand that. I'll fix that, see if I can fix that real quick.
Here, I'll get the door for you.
See if that kind of helps disappear. I can still see it. There's a chance we'll have to check, but now if you miss anything with an extractor, you can have a streak that looks like it's different than the rest of the carpet. So there's a chance there's a possible chance he didn't overlap there, but we'll see how it looks as it dries. When it's dry, you won't be able to tell, but
I don't see, oh, it was overlapped.
look in the camera and you can see.
I see
that
it.
streak?
Yeah, but it's just,
Now sometimes you get something like that and it's strange and you can't figure out why it's
you
doing
know
it.
what? I did miss it. I'll get it in a minute.
All right.
Because I just felt it, it's bone dry.
That's one thing we want to you always want to double check your work. When you rake it, you can see. So all you got to do is drive in here and make one little
I'll get it
pass.
after I finish. Let's get this room and I'll come
You
back.
can miss your overlap if you're not paying attention. I'll tell you what's going on. This door will not stay open. And so he was probably fighting with the door to keep it open to make a pass.
But yeah, no matter how many of these, you can make a mistake. I just didn't.
I saw you miss a pass. I saw you miss an overlap up here.
Oh, well,
It happens sometimes.
it happens. Let's knock this out and we'll go fix it.
We're not perfect.
No.
So, here we go.
But we're close. I didn't put up water machine. That's 2 mistakes. No biggie.
Yeah. Let me see. Just looking. I don't.
It's not super dirty. This is a clean.
Not too
This is
bad.
a pretty new new carpet.
He's going to take it outside and dump it, so I'm not going to bother. Usually we dump in the toilet, but if we could dump it outside, it's better, so we don't have to clean the toilet.
Because I got to put some water in a bucket and everything.
Yeah. He's going to refill the machine. He's got to refill the water bucket and everything. So I'm going to pause here for just a second. There it goes. I said, there it goes.
Oh, yeah, that's it.
All right. He just filled it. He didn't fill it completely full.
Nope.
Hopefully he's got enough to finish these passes
Well,
and
when
do
you
that
fill
one.
it up, you got between 7 and 8 minutes of water, and
Oh,
I
full
don't want to
tank.
have to full with
Yeah.
that for.
Well, if you fill it up,
another
if you have water,
45 seconds of carpet cleaning.
now remember we've shown in some other videos, if you've got extra water left in your rug doctor when you get done, you shouldn't leave water stored in the tank for long term. But you either can go over the carpet,
Pick the machine up and set it in the bathtub, and turn it on auxiliary and dump it in the tub, down to drain.
take it out on
Or
the,
take it on the back. If you're
yeah, take it on some concrete and just turn it on. I'll show you right here. If you turn it on the tools
yeah.
instead of carpet, I guess there's a reflection there. If you set the switch to tool, it starts spraying continuously and it'll empty the tank for you.
So if you're like upstairs in your house when it happens, put it in the tub. If you're downstairs in your house, run it out on the porch.
Yeah.
But if it's upstairs, you don't care. Downstairs, put it in your bathtub upstairs. It's clean water. It won't hurt nothing.
Yeah. Make that final pass.
One more.
Alright. You can run it out on the porch if you want to.
I'll run it out right here. Bring the camera here. I don't know if you can see it on video, but right in this area, the carpet's like, I think this is where someone got out of bed and they put their feet every morning.
This carpet's matted down.
It's kind of rough, so if you ever have excess water, run it out on an area like that. 'Cause it could
Yeah, go over your traffic areas again, or some area that maybe you could lose. Most carpets, there's some areas a little bit dingier and dirtier than the rest.
You can usually find a spot to run your water out where it's
And just go over it and make past it still strong. Alright. He's going to get that fixed up to go home, and I'm going to rake the carpets, and I'll show you the final result.
Oh, yeah.
And I was thinking how hilarious it would be if he still managed to miss that spot.
Oh, that would be funny, wouldn't it?
Yeah, which means we just... Hey, you can fix it. You rake the carpets, and you can see if you've missed anything, and you want to fix it before you leave. Don't assume that it's going to, nobody's going to notice, because it'll stand out like a sore thumb. So just do it right, and then you can go home and relax. But stay tuned. I'm going to show you the final results. I'm going to rake it with this carpet rake. Alright. There's the carpet rake that we use, the Grandy Groom. I was just telling people.
Oh.
Yeah, I guess I'll go out. Just such a nice day out.
Fantastic.
That water's not very dirty at all, is it?
Not bad. Is that camera on?
Yeah.
It's beautiful here, but I'll tell you what, we live in Texas. It's not beautiful in Houston, and it's not beautiful in Florida. I feel sorry for them people.
Yes.
Some people just lost everything, and nobody's going to help them get it back.
I'm going to get these carpets all raked up, and then we'll make sure that there's no streak left in here. Sometimes you see a little bit of a streak and it's nothing, but that one was more obvious. But we'll be right back and show you the final results. All right, that streak is gone. I can see like you see over by against the wall right in there. There's a little lighter streak, and that I know he didn't miss because that's inside the width of the machine. So there are going to be some little streaks. These carpets that are thick like this sometimes look a little uneven. And remember, this carpet is going to be damper than a regular carpet because it is pretty thick. But it looks pretty good. Before you go out and buy a super thick carpet for your house, keep in mind one thing. If you got a really, really thick carpet, it's very, very hard to keep it vacuumed because it traps dirt and holds on to it. So that's the downside to it. It's plush when you walk on it, but
You don't get a shag carpet and then buy Dyson.
well, it's hard to clean. It's hard to vacuum really thick carpets very well unless you have an excellent vacuum. And it's hard to clean them when you want to get them shampooed.
We've watched on YouTube, people make videos where they got super thick carpets and Dysons and the brush bar stops rolling.
Yeah.
If you're going to get a thick carpet, you need to get a sanitary so you can turn the brush up as high as you need to.
Yeah, it can be a real pain to keep up with them.
Oh yeah.
Because once they get dirt in them and you can't get the dirt out, it's just a matter of time and this carpet fibers start breaking down. Well, that's all for this one. There's the Grandy Groom once again. And we should have another one that we're doing in a couple days that we can make a video with. So hopefully we can have that up right after this video. But till next time, thanks for watching.